Okay, we're going to do some experiments here. Now, this is the one that has obviously been in the forge for the last little while. It's got a 0.035 tip in it, I believe. I actually changed it. I don't think you can see it in there. So, this tip, 0.035, the tip is probably about right here. This one, I changed it out and trimmed off a little bit here and here, and I believe the tip is approximately right here. So we are going to turn on the gas at about 5 psi, and I'm going to light these up, and we're going to see the difference. So that's where we are at. Let's give it a little bit more than 3 psi there. Put it to 5 psi. That's what we're running at. Definitely a bigger flame on this one, which has the tip further up in the reducer. So this one with the tip inside the burner tube gives me 5-inch, about a 2.5-inch long blue flame, but put it to here, 6 to a 6.5-inch long good flame, whereas I definitely have a larger blue flame here. I'm going to try one experiment. So, what I'm going to do now, okay, I'm going to take this tube off, and I'm going to swap it out with a 0.023 tip, and see what happens then. I'll try this again, and then I might swap this one out, so then we'll see with a 0.023 tip in here, sitting up to about here. Actually, it's probably a little bit shorter, so I may trim that down and see what happens with that. So I shall return. Okay, quick shot so you know what I'm talking about. So you can see how far up the tip is. So when we put it on here, and that's screwed onto about here, you can see how far down in. So it's inside the threads for sure. You can see it sitting on here. So when it's to about here, we are about, Jesus, 2 inches, 1.5 inches inside the tube itself. The other one does not go in. The other one sits down, actually probably about right here, right on the edge. So I'll swap this one out, and we'll try it again. Can I swap that? I might be able to swap that one out right there. Stand by. Okay, I have done 2 things. So the first thing I did was switched out the tip. This tip is a little bit shorter than the other one, so it's going to sit a little bit more shallow in the tube itself. Then I took another tip and I cut it. So this should sit right in here and just sit inside. So it's still going to be in the tube itself, but it's probably going to be right about here. It's going to be a little bit less than the other one. But if I put it in the other burner, because I have trimmed the other one, the other plug down as well, it will end up sitting down in here just along the edge of the threads. Okay, so I'm going to put this one back together and we'll go out and we'll start another burn test. Okay, burn test number 2. On burner. So, definitely a much smaller flame, even smaller than the other one. And I'd say that's more purple than blue. Okay, I am going to swap out this one for the short one, and we'll see what happens. Okay, it's just a quick shot of the difference in sizes. So the one on the left is the one I just took out of the other burner. The one in the center is the one I just took out of this one. the trimmed down copy. And the one on the far right is the one the .023 that I just trimmed down to put in here. So I'm going to pause this, insert that one, and then we'll show you what it looks like. Okay, you can see the difference here, how it does not stick out of the tube at all. So it's just inside here, so you can see right where it sits on the threads. So that means it's going to sit right about here. So we'll see how much of a difference that makes once it is all back together. I don't know, I might end up putting this one back on. So this one might be giving me, I don't know. I don't know. You guys tell me. So back together, we'll go put that back on, do one more test. Okay, so the test, now remember I went from a .035 to a .023. It may have gone too far, I don't know. So on we are. So that's at 5 psi. That one has nothing at all, no pressure, no nothing. So let's up that. Put it up to about 7. And that's what we have. So this is a definitely good flame. That is not. Alright. I'm going to try one more thing. We'll see how that works. Okay, one last test. I say last because it's only last for this one until I upload this video and I get all your comments and everybody tells me that I'm doing everything completely wrong and I got to do something completely different. Anyways, so I know it's showing 10 psi. It's actually at about 7 right now, and we'll see. They are both running .023 tips. The one on the left has the tip more in the reducer, so it's in about right here. Looks like it's, I don't know, is that picking up more air? Whereas this one is in about right here. Do I need to go to a .03? Do I need to move the tips back? Which color is best? Or which flame is best? Waiting on you guys.